What's up? Hope you guys are having a good day and are ready for another video in the series we like to call Underrated Throwers. Today we got Dan Taylor, a 2178 meter shot putter, a 59 meter discus thrower, and a 69 meter hammer thrower, and a 23 meter weight thrower. As you can tell, a very, very good all around athlete, but better known for his shot put. Probably one of the most decorated collegiate throwers of all time, with a two-time NCAA indoor wins, 11-time All American, seven-time Big Ten champion, and just overall just a pretty solid NCAA thrower. Well, more than that, but as a pro. Competed against the likes of Christian Cantwell, Adam Nelson, and Reese Hoffa, and a little bit of John Godina, I guess. Not really. More of those three, probably. And I think he just got kind of lost in the jumble just because he never broke that 22. And I mean, he did make a world team in 2009, but he didn't make the final. He got 26th place. He got 2 silver medals at U23s. There's a bunch of stuff that he's done. So I'll link all that in the video description along with his personal bests, his height and weight if I can find it. But yeah, let's get to the video. So the reason I think he's underrated is I think he just kind of got lost in the shuffle, and I think someone who's this good kind of deserves some respect. Well, not kind of. He deserves some respect. And, throwing 2178, even though nowadays that doesn't seem like that much compared to what people are doing nowadays. Hell, that probably won't even win the NCAA this year. But, I mean, still, especially for back then, 2178 was so good. Even like nowadays, I mean, I think that's still like 71 feet. Like, that's still really good. Really, really good. I don't think a lot of people would have that much problem throwing 2178 as their personal best. And yeah. So let's analyze this technique. So yeah, that's really why I think he's underrated. I just think he just got kind of lost in the jumble. Kind of was in the shadow, really, because he never really could make a team, international team, really, until those guys got kind of old. So it's sad, but what are you gonna do? He just wasn't as good as them, but he was still really good, really good. So let's just play this. So this is a 2098 throw. Oh, sorry, 2063 in Valencia in the indoors. And yeah, as you can see, a kind of weird finish. You don't really see people do this. It's like he reverses but doesn't. And it's really weird. Like he wants to reverse, but he just kind of like puts his foot back down. But we'll get to that. So let's analyze this. Sorry that this dude is in the way, so we can't really see what his left foot is doing. But let's analyze this. All right, so let's back up a little. So puts a shot in the neck, gets in a pretty like deep stance, really hunched over. So pretty much like in like a more than a quarter squat, but is really loaded and really sitting back. And then has his chest forward, so he's not winding upright, but his head and shoulders are upright, but his chest is down. And then keeps his left arm very locked out. So he's very stacked, very even-footed here. And then just does a simple wind, doesn't wind too far. And then gets to here. So I like this. I don't particularly like this part of it. If it was me coaching him, and I would prefer that he just came out and followed a more natural orbit instead of what he's doing here. So, and what I mean by that is I just don't like that he just suddenly stands up and then leads with his knee. I believe that maybe if he just turned, kept the right foot on the ground a lot longer. You see, like right here, this little stand up. I personally don't like that, but again, if it works for him, obviously, this also wasn't his better throw. There's really no video of his PR, so maybe he didn't do this on his PR. Maybe this is just a bad throw for him. I don't know. I don't know his technique. I don't know like his coaching or anything or whatever. So this is all just my opinion. So yeah, I personally don't like that because I think it just slows you down and is just too unnecessary of a movement to do when he could just smooth it out and go around. And the thing I don't like even more is really this. I just don't like leading with this knee and having the foot behind you like that. I really like a really wide sweep and low to the ground sweep. Not even that low, but more leading with the groin. So more of a soccer kick than like a front kick. So I don't like that he just kind of just kicks into the middle. It's a style that some people do, and obviously some people are successful with it. I just personally don't like it because it's not very rotational. Which is kind of why I think he does this kind of finish. One of the reasons. I don't actually know why he does this finish. I've never seen anybody do this kind of finish. I kind of don't even know how to describe it, but we'll get to it. So let's get to the middle. So again, we can't even see basically this whole part because of this guy. So yeah, but let's get to here. So really, his chest is down. That's fine. He seems really stacked, really over his left, so that's good. Long left arm, that's fine. Holds his chest really nice. And then with his left arm, he kind of pulls it back in to himself. And then as his hip rises, his left arm goes up. So his chest gets a little more up, so he lands a lot more stacked. And he has a beautiful stack here. So that's really nice. Really like what he's doing with his sweep here. I just think if he went around and landed here, he would be a lot better. He'd be even more over his left foot and he'd be creating angular momentum. So, but again, that's just my opinion. I know I've never thrown over 20 meters, so what do I know, I guess. But that's just my opinion. So gets here, so really nice orbit. So low to high. So it gets a nice good angle. I wish I had a back view of this throw. For some reason, everyone just decided to the video him from the side. I don't know why, but I really couldn't find a really good video of him that wasn't from the side. Because the other ones were just recorded from on like a potato. So sorry about that, but we'll do what we gotta do, I guess. So he's here, lands pretty nice, left foot. So he lands pretty open. I would like him to be a little bit more over his right and his chest a little more that way. But what it looks like, his shot put is in line with his knee, so he's not like too open. So he can still crank that right knee. And so he's here. And he gets to here. And that's literally... So let's see. Left foot touches right there. One frame. There. So obviously, he's super powerful and super quick. To move in one frame from here to there is kind of crazy. But then again, that's also because he landed open. And then one more frame, shots out of his hand. So he's obviously releasing really fast. And from here, You think he would rotate. Sorry, not rotate. Reverse. But he doesn't. He doesn't even, like, he doesn't even replace his feet. He really non-reverses. Now again, this is blocking what his right foot's doing. But if you notice, so this foot right here. So let's get that. This right foot, let me move that. Sorry. This right foot, if you notice, does not really move. So it looks like he's reversing, but he's not. Like, his right foot doesn't, like, sorry, not his right foot. His left foot doesn't move. His block foot. All right? It is very weird. Because you would think, and there are videos of him reversing, but for a lot of his career, he just did this. I don't know why. Because he actually had a very nice reverse. It's not a mess up thing, because it's not like he's messing up the throw or anything, because he does this a bunch. So he kind of does a really ugly reverse. And I'll tell you why I don't like that. One is because of this position. So he's basically falling away from the shot, because to do a non-reverse in a rotational shot put, you're gonna foul. If you do it right with actual power, you're gonna just go out the front. There's a reason why there's a toe board. All right. And the only way to non-reverse and actually probably stay in the ring, again, if you're doing like technical throws, yeah, okay, I guess you can just stay in the ring if you do like 60% effort. All right. But if you're actually doing like full comp speed throws, you can't stay in the ring. There's no way you can stay in the ring if you do an actual non-reverse correctly. All right. Like, you're going to foul. So what he has to do is kind of fall away and can't get over this toe board. So the whole reason why you see basically every rotational shot putter reverse is to get that over the toe board. And the reason why you can see non-reverses in discus is because the ring is a foot longer. So you actually have the space to fit a non-reverse. All right? Where in shot put, you can't really do that because, it's 7 feet instead of 8 feet circle. So, yeah. So he can't get over the toe board. He's getting plenty of lift, but he's falling away. So he's not getting all that he could into the shot. So I'm curious to see if it's 2178, I think is what I said. 2179 or something, whatever it is. I'm curious to see if that was on a reverse or a non-reverse. So someone in the comments let me know. Or, I don't even know if I could call this a I guess it's technically a non-reverse because he's not reversing. But it's weird. It's very, very weird, and I don't know what to make of it. So if anybody knows why he does this in the comments, please tell me. Maybe it's an injury kind of thing, because I noticed there's a belt. There's a belt right here. So maybe it's to put less strain on his back or something. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't want to speculate on his injury history. But yeah. But at the end of the day, I know I probably said a lot more negative things than positive things in this interview, but he just has kind of very individualized technique. I mean, it's not like it's bad or anything. The only thing I really don't like is his finish, simply because I'm just so very against people doing non. Now, if you're a glider, that's completely different. People can throw far with a non-reverse from a glide. All right. So, but rotational shot put, I really never seen a 22-meter shot putter that didn't reverse in the rotational shot. I'm not going to lie. I can't even think of one. So, yeah. Take with that what you will, but yeah, overall, I mean, like, he moves really, really nice. Like, and he's obviously super powerful. But one of the biggest things to why I think he's so successful is I want you to notice this rhythm, this timing. He accelerates so well. And I think that's what really helps him. His release is just so fast, and he just hits the crap out of it, out of the finish. It's crazy. So he has a really, really, if you want to look at what, like, timing you should have and not really timing, but more rhythm. It's left, right, left. That's what you want. Da 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 da. And he does that so good. So that's probably one of the. That's probably no. That is like the best thing about his technique. And again, so like even if you're not that technically sound, if you have really good timing and good rhythm, now one would argue that you also need good technique to actually have rhythm and timing. And yeah, that's a good argument. But also, if you're just like a supreme athlete, which you gotta be to throw this kind of far, these kind of distances, just eh. But I do also agree, I guess, with myself, that to build timing and rhythm, you first have to have a good foundation in technique and a good base. Otherwise, you're just going to spin around in a circle and do nothing. And then his right leg does really nice things at the finish. Now, yes, of course, he could just stay on the ground longer too. But, everyone can't be Krauser. Like, he's still pushing against the ground. Obviously, he's rotating his hips so fast because he finishes in 3 frames, which is insane. But, yeah. So, overall, really decorated NCAA thrower. Didn't get a lot of international or pro medals simply just because, honestly, you just never were. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dan Taylor. When you're competing against those 3 in this era, nah, sorry. And David Stroll's coming up, and Thomas Najescu's coming up. Yeah, sorry, dude. That's tough. It's like a newer pro shot putter going against, Kovacs, Walsh, and Krauser. It's just like, well, what are you gonna do, I guess. So. But, yeah, so anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, I'll link his personal bests for all the events that he did, because I guess he just did every single one except javelin. His height and weight, if I can find it, and his notable accomplishments in the video description, and I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.